What's up, guys? Welcome back to Real Bucs Talk. Let's go over some draft prospects. Today, we're going to be looking at Jaelan Phillips out of Miami. Dude was the number one prospect coming out of high school in 2017. Due to injuries, he had to medically retire from football, then comes back in Miami and just performs. 15 and a half tackles for loss, 8 sacks. But let's check and see what happened. Like that injury history, that's going to take a toll on his draft stock, most likely. So when he was at UCLA, marred with injury, severe wrist damage as a result of a moped accident. Then he sprains both of his ankles and 3 separate concussions, the last of which that forced him to medically retire from football. Then when he goes to Miami, comes over here. Why? Because he ventured into music production. So he wasn't really planning on football until he's like, oh, wait, I can still do this. He dropped down to 220, then gets back up to 270. And the rest is history. He just performs on the field. The dude, 8 sacks, 15 and a half tackles for loss. And then you look at PFF, what they're saying about him, 36 total pressures and 9 sacks in his last 7 games. He just performs. I mean, and you're going to check that out, especially here in the game film. That's what we do the best. Well, plus, initially, what do you see out of Jaelan Phillips?
A lot of time, for a reason. I mean, this guy can, he's got the tool set, and he's probably this guy. I mean, we've talked a lot about, pass rushers in this draft class. He's probably the best one right now, from just winning. It'll be interesting to see where he falls.
And to me, it's the total package of everything that he has. I mean, he has size, strength, length, speed, enough speed, not genuine speed like some of the other speed rushers we've seen. But I mean, the fact that you're this big can win the edge that consistently. Usually guys with length just have to win with power and leverage, but look at him. It's smooth transitions, getting the hands off, continuing with the rip. He's got it all. I mean, as a Buccaneer fan, put him on that TB12 method that Gronk went on, and let's go. Let's go, baby. But, I mean, that's something you got to take into consider, the injured medical history. But what do you see here? Even winning inside, what do you see?
Yeah, I mean, just like we said, I mean, you said it best. He's got everything you want from a edge rusher standpoint. This is really nice. He has a plan in place, so he just knows how to set up offensive tackles. He knows how to finish. Here is really good. Again, just nice little swim, inside, and then, the ability to get back to the quarterback and make a play on the football. So he's very talented, and this is why he probably should be talked about more than he has been so far. But it's really going to depend on those medicals. But he can just dominate the game and really take over. That's what you want to see from an edge rusher. When you're drafting someone like this.
I circled Duke for a reason. Yes, it's a lower talent like team he's facing, but still, like look at the setup. I pointed out he's pushing outside, then pops back inside and swims over the tackle. I mean, that's textbook. Setting it up, like you just said, a game plan of, oops, I could be going outside. He reaches for the outside shoulder. Nope, I'm not going to be there. You're going to grab for air. And he just continues forward. I mean, gosh, a lot to like. I mean, that's why we're going to show a lot of things he has, a lot of tools that he uses, even in his stunt game, just a power game too, not really getting pushed off his spot, even though he's running into multiple guys and bringing guys down. Like, really, really good player. I mean, a lot of things to like, not many negatives, especially when he's getting after the pass, after the quarterback. But, I mean, let's just keep going into it. Even playing inside a defensive tackle, because he has that size, 6'6", around 270, I mean, where can't you play him, right?
Yeah, he's got the outside inside versatility that you want, especially when you're running, multiple defenses like the Bucs do. So this guy, I could see him easily, fitting in a lot of NFL defenses and going to teams like, who need a pass rusher like the Tennessee Titans, New York Jets, et cetera, Baltimore Ravens, even the Buccaneers. So he's got all that ability that you want. He's 6'5", every bit of 270, and just long arms. So he has what it takes to win at the next level. And that's a good starting point.
A swim move is violent, extremely violent. And like looking at his height and length, if you guys saw our Quiddy Pay video, you saw how I was saying like he doesn't look like the measurables that they put him at. He looks every bit of 6'5", 6'6", 270. I mean, look at him compared to other players around him. He looks like the biggest guy on the field. And then his ability to move this fast, that quick, that size. I like it. I like it a lot. I mean,
Mhm.
there's not much to
Yeah,
say physically he can't do.
right. It's very special. And then here, this is just a nice, turning the corner, bending the edge, like we like to talk about. Using that leverage, hand usage. I mean, you see the ankle flexion there again, affecting the play. So all this stuff, I mean, it calculates to a very good pass rusher. And even if he's not as great against the run, he has special ability when it comes to getting after the quarterback, and that's where you can make very good money at the next level because teams will pay for that.
Oh, money, 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 money. Of course. I mean, and then again, it's probably another reason why people would put stock in to draft him early, even though he has concussion injuries or concerns. Because look how much he can get after the quarterback and all the tools to his disposal, like causing a fumble here on potentially your number one overall pick right here. I mean, a lot of good things to like. I mean, I can't really knock him on many things. And then look at this bull rush. This guy right here is thinking, oh, what's he going to come at me with? Is he going to go outside? Is he going to give me one of those quick swim moves that he just likes to set up every time? I don't know. Let me think. Let me think. Once you start thinking, I'm going to run you over and drive you 7 yards deep into the pocket. I mean, nasty. And I'll let you look at this next one. Like, ooh, ooh, break it down. Break it down.
Yeah, this is stuff you can't teach. I mean, just to have this many pass rush moves in your arsenal is very good, for him and his stock. And, a lot of draft evaluators are going to rely on the tape this year, especially with the limited, amount of time you have to interview prospects. So, again, yeah, that's really nice. It's nice and compact. There's no wasted movement. It's just beating the guy, setting him up, and that's winning football. And then he has the athleticism, to chase this guy down and get him outside the pocket. So yeah, guy has a complete tool set and really, really good. And I think, PFF compared him to Frank Clark. And I,
Yeah.
I see a little bit of that in his game. I think he can be, kind of that anything you want from a pass rusher. He can win with power, he can win with speed. So it's really nice to have, in your game plan.
He almost knocks people out with his backhand during the spin move, too. Like, really, really nice. And then you're going to see him here now in the running game. I mean, not his best, but he's big enough to hold up against the run. But then once he gets after it, he has the motor to run guys down from behind, like you saw earlier, him running down Trevor Lawrence. And then just using that length, using all those long.
Right, I agree. I think run defense is not his best, but again, he's good enough to be a factor in it and make the play if it does come his way. So I think that's really good. He can definitely hold up the edge because he has the long arms. He's got the strength to do so. It's just maybe a little bit, especially against Virginia Tech or Duke when they're running these option type of plays. That's really nice right there. Being able to change direction and make the play. But at certain times he has showed certain hesitation. But when he's able to read it correctly, very good stuff as you see on this play.
And also change of direction. I mean, he's maybe he read it late, maybe he didn't see that guy coming, but look at this, like just stop on a dime, change direction, get upfield. I mean, a lot to like with Jaelan Phillips, but there's also a lot to be scared of because of that medical history. And this is probably the one biggest knock I said in the running game. I mean, if you see a tackle going down the line, you know someone's going to be pulling to help block you. It just kind of he's just thinking a little bit too much for me. I mean, and then look at the massive hole that there is middle of the field for anyone, and then better angle here. Look at the size of that hole. That in football, that's huge. That's humongous. Like they always say, you got an alley here, you got an alley there. Boom, touchdown. That's exactly what happened. The safety over here just fell, allows a touchdown. But what did you see?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's just a little bit, trying to maybe make a bigger play than what was needed. So just, yeah, making sure you're staying in those assignments sound and filling your gaps that are necessary to make this play. Because if he does crash down, it's an easy tackle, at the line of scrimmage. So just that can be coached up. So that's the good thing.
Oh
So
yeah,
not a lot of weaknesses with Jaelan Phillips. Again, the big concern is that medical. Is it going to clear? Our team's going to be comfortable with it. Does he show, no signs of, digressing or regression, I should say, as far as, his brain is concerned. So, but when you look at the tape, it's really damn good. And he definitely deserves to be a top 20 prospect. And I would love it for him to be a Buccaneer. That's for sure.
All right, guys. You know our view on Jaelan Phillips. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Let us know your opinions. If you like the video, make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't just yet. With that said, until the next one.